Good morning, Hanalei Stingrays. Happy Thursday. How are you all doing? I hope you're all safe and feeling well at home with your families. Maybe doing a little virtual school. Hope that's going well. And thank you for taking a break from virtual school to join me for Stingray Storytime. I guess I should introduce myself. My name is Miss Gina. And for those of you that don't know me, I work in the office. I'm part of the awesome Hanalei office team that we have with Miss Marlene and Miss Vori and Mr. Corporal. So I'm here to read you a story this morning. It's a very special story. I should introduce you to my little fur baby here too. Her name is Tessa. And she's in this story that I'm going to read to you today. And so am I. This is a pretty special book. It was given to me as a gift, written for Tessa and I from my sister. She gave it to me last year as a gift. And it's become something very special to me. So I thought I should share it with you guys. Okay? So I'm going to put Tessa down while I read the story. Here we go. Okay. So, again, my name is Miss Gina, and welcome to Stingray Storytime. I'm going to read you a story today called Tessa's Adventures in Petlandia, and this is written by Steve Cleverly. Pictures are by Kata Hammond. Look, kind of looks like her, huh? Let's see what kind of adventure Tessa is going to be taking today. Welcome to Petlandia, a crazy world where any pet can become a star, including yours. And I want to share the little dedication in here with you guys. It says, "To Gina, may this book always be a reminder of how much you and Tessa adore each other." Tessa lived in Oceanside and dreamt of being a star with her very own TV show and a chauffeur-driven car. And she is dreaming. But being cute and furry made stardom rather tough, especially as the only words she knew were woof and rough. Feeling brave, she folded up her PJs and a flannel, along with some ideas for her Tessa You-Chew channel. Sneaking into Gina's room, she scrawled a doggy note, then kissed her gently on the cheek and went to get her coat. Scampering through the moonlit streets, with thoughts of being wealthy, Tessa stopped beside a sign and thought, "I'll take a selfie." Pulling out her iBone, she posed and took a snap, then headed to the airport while squinting at her map. So she took a selfie with her iBone, kind of like an iPhone, and posted it to Instapaw. Instead of Instagram, it's Instapaw. Sharing that she's on her way for an adventure. Tessa was excited because she'd never flown before, unless you count that time she slammed a laptop on her paw. Ouch. And as the plane took off, she thought of A-list hounds and mutts while trying to squish her nose into a teeny bag of nuts. There she is on an airplane. And if you've ever flown before, they give you little tiny bags of peanuts usually on the plane. And Tessa loved those peanuts. She thought that was pretty cool. When Tessa got to Hollywood, she set up several meets, but most of them went wrong because she tinkled on the seats. Uh-oh, she had an accident. And even though she tried her best, the top dogs weren't impressed. "We've seen your act before, kid, and look at how you're dressed." Oh, they didn't like her. Not impressed. With failure after failure, Tessa's confidence was shrinking. But then she saw a saxophone, which kind of got her thinking. "I need to learn some new tricks to really make me shine, and then I'll make some videos and post them all online." Meanwhile, back in Oceanside, Gina found a note. "My dog thinks she'll be famous? What a silly goat." Look at the note that Tessa left. "Woof, woof, 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 woofity woof, bark, P.S., woof." But suddenly she looked up and saw Tessa on the news. She'd become an online superstar with 50 million views. There she is on YouTube instead of YouTube. YouTube. Playing the saxophone. It seems dogs can learn new tricks, Gina thought out loud. And even though she missed her friend, she was also very proud. There was Tessa on a chat show, tootling away, while teetering on a unicycle, doing dog ballet. Wow, she really learned a lot of new tricks. There she is. And then there's Gina at home, watching her on Petflix. Petflix instead of Netflix. Soon the world was going wild for Tessa's jolly tunes. You could even buy a storybook and see her in cartoons. She bought a doggy mansion and a limo and a yacht. She even met the president and partied quite a lot. Here she is, having fun. Other doggies lined up to shake Tessa by the paw, and scripts for pet-based movies came tumbling through the door. She'd sit and count her money while lounging on her throne. But when she wasn't working, she'd often be alone. Because she felt so lonely, Tessa bought more stuff. But even though she had it all, it was never quite enough. There she is, sitting on her throne of gold and money and all her fans. But something was missing. What do you think it was? She tried some doggy yoga, which she thought might make her happy. But that just tied her up in knots and made her sore and snappy. Uh-oh, she wasn't very good at the yoga. Here she is. Oops. Then suddenly it hit her as she chewed her oldest bone. What Tessa wanted most was to be snuggled back at home. Yes, she'd miss her fancy life, the palm trees and her chauffeur, but none of that compared to cuddling Gina on the sofa. Aw, here she is. She called off all her concerts and she gave away her things, but all flights home were fully booked, so she clung onto the wings. Hanging on for dear life as the plane took to the skies made Tessa think of Gina, and tears welled in her eyes. Oh my gosh, look at her, hanging on those airplane wings. Crazy dog, I hope she doesn't get hurt. Soaring over Oceanside, Tessa thought, I've had a hoot, but home is where the heart is, so I need a parachute. Fumbling in her suitcase, she found a sparkly gown, then used it as she leapt off to sort of slow her down. Oh gosh. Parachuting. Tumbling through the fluffy clouds was really quite a rush, but Tessa had to slow down or she'd soon be doggy mush. Just then she saw a mattress dumped upon a roof, so she steered herself towards it and landed with a woof. Oh good, she landed safely. I was worried for a minute. Jumping into Gina's arms, Tessa cried with joy. Then Gina squeezed the squeaker in a squishy squashy toy. Fame is pretty epic, but snuggling is the best, thought Tessa as she curled up to enjoy a well-earned rest. She was tired after all that parachuting. Silly dog. Miles away in Hollywood, things were much the same, and countless pets arrived each day to search for wealth and fame. They often spoke about that dog who played the saxophone and how she left it all behind because she missed her home. But Tessa wasn't bothered that she'd given fame the shove, because her trip had taught her that what really counts is love. There they are, reunited. Gina and Tessa reunited. The end. What'd you think? Pretty fun adventure, huh? For a dog. But I sure am glad she came home to me. Again, this was called Tessa's Adventures in Petlandia. And I thank you for sharing it with me. I hope you guys are all doing well and staying safe and healthy at home. If you guys need any help at all with anything with virtual school or have any questions, you can always reach out to us. We've got office hours Monday through Friday for you guys. Just call the main number to the school, which is 760-631-6248. The office staff, including myself, are available between 8 a.m. and 2 p.m. Okay? Well, I sure enjoyed reading this to you guys today. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Take care, Stingrays.